Ah, Georg.
Good morning, Father. It's unbearably dark in here.
Yes, it's dark enough.
And you've closed the curtains as well.
I prefer it that way.
Well, it is a rather nice day. You should go out if you have the chance.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I only wanted to tell you that I'm sending the news of my engagement to St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg?
Yes, to my friend there. You remember.
Ah, yes. Your friend.
Well, you know how I didn't want to tell him at first. Out of consideration for him, of course. You know how difficult he can be sometimes. I thought he'd find out by other means anyway, but I still wasn't going to tell him myself.
And you've changed your mind?
Yes, I've been thinking it over. You see, if he is my friend, then my happiness should make him happy as well, shouldn't it? So what is there to worry about? But before that... What is it, Father? Is there something wrong?
Georg, sit down.
What is it, Father?
Georg, you've come to ask my opinion about this. Of course, that does you right. But it's nothing. It's worse than nothing if you don't tell me the truth. I don't want to stir any conflicts. Since the death of your mother, certain things have been done questionably. Maybe there will be a time for mentioning them. I mean, there are many things in the business that I'm not aware of.
Father,
Let me finish. Perhaps whatever is going on might not be done directly behind my back, but I'm not equal to things anymore. My memory is failing. I know that. That's just the course of nature. And your mother. But at any rate, I need you to be honest with me. I know it's not important. It's hardly worth mentioning. But still, do you really have this friend in St. Petersburg?
Never mind, my friends. 1,000 friends couldn't make up for you. I can't do without you in the business. You know that very well. But if it's going to undermine your health, I'm ready to close it down tomorrow forever.
Oh, come off it.
Please, Father. I know that won't do. But you need help. I'll call the doctor. We'll follow his orders. We can change rooms. You can move into my room, and I can move in here. But there's time for that later.
Georg, stop it. This is ridiculous. What's gotten into you? You keep going on about this friend from St. Petersburg as if he exists, as if I met him.
But Father, you have. Don't you remember? Think back a bit. It was 3 years since the last time he was here. The two of you got along quite well. Don't you remember his stories about the revolution? The riots in Kiev, the explosions, the priests, the cross.
No, enough of this. Don't try to turn this towards me, friend Petersburg, please. You've always been one for jokes, but now I'm tired of this game.
Game? Father, look at yourself. You sit all alone in this dark, musty old room, slouched in your armchair with your half-eaten breakfast on the table, with your little shrine to Mother. Do you know what I think? You haven't moved on. You're not taking enough care of yourself. And old age needs to be taken care of. I'll put you to bed now. For a little while. Here, let me get your things. If you'd rather go to my room right now, I can take you there. Would you prefer that? Father?
How can you have a friend there? It's impossible.
You'll be all right. You just need some sleep now. Here. Well, you should feel nice and snug now. Yes. You'll remember my friend soon enough. You just need some rest now.
Am I covered?
Everything will be fine, Father. I just need to step out for a moment. But I'll be back, I promise.
Am I covered?
It's all right, Father. Everything will be fine.
Am I covered?
Yes.
No, I am not. You wanted to cover me up, didn't you? Put the old man out to pasture while he's losing his wits, is that it? Well, I'll never let you cover me up. Even with the little strength I have, it's still enough for you. Of course I know your friend. He would have been a son after my own heart. Did you really think I had forgotten him? That I haven't felt sorry for him? I think about him all the time. Think about him endlessly wandering through the empty streets of St. Petersburg, tired, emaciated, alone. And that's why you've been deceiving him all this time, isn't it? That's why you lock yourself in your room, just so you can write your little fictions to Russia. But I can see through you like a sheet of glass. And just when you think you have him where you want him, my son decides he wants to get married.
pay attention to me.
It was because she lifted up her skirts, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Because she lifted them up like this and this for everyone to see, that disgusting whore. And because of that, you nuzzled up to her, fucked her. And through your worthless ambitions, you've disgraced your mother's memory, abandoned everyone who ever loved you. Oh, you think you could belittle us, bury us under the floorboards? Oh, but you would be mistaken. You've never amounted to anything, and even now fail in your half-wit schemes.
You're hysterical.
Hysterical? That's a good word. I'm going into hysterics. What else can I do? What else was left for me to do, huh? But tell me, now that you're speaking, what else was left for me in my back room while my big bad son strutted through life, finishing off the deals that I prepared for him, and then creeping away from me with closed face and shrugged shoulders? And why? Did you think that I didn't love you? You, my own flesh and blood?
No, stay back. I don't need you. I never needed you. You think you could withstand me? No, no, no. Don't be too sure. Perhaps at some other time. But your mother's spirit has guided me to this point and increased my strength tenfold. Yes, just take your bride in your arms and try getting in my way. I'll sweep her off her feet and throw you in the gutter. There I go, making jokes again, but my foolishness can never match up to yours.
So, you want to tell your friend about the engagement? He knows already, you stupid boy. He knows everything. I've been writing to him. You forgot to take my writing things from me. That's why he hasn't been here for years. He's abandoned you, just as you did him. He knows everything better than you do yourself. 1,000 times better.
Right. Of course he does. He knows it all. Of course.
Of course. But do you think I concern myself with anything else? You think I've been reading this all this time? Look!
It's 3 years old.
It's about time you faced facts. If only your mother could see you now, you pathetic piece of shit.
Your friend is going to pieces in Russia. Last time we heard from him, he was ill enough to be on his way to the morgue. And where were you when he was wasting his last breaths to cry out your name? Where were you? You were just as you are right now, tucked away in the corner with your hands covering your ears, all for your own amusement.
So you've been waiting for me this whole time?
You probably wanted to say that earlier, but now there's no use for it. So now you know what else there was in the world besides yourself. Till now you've cared for none other. An innocent child, maybe. But still more have you become a degenerate human being, and therefore I sentence you to death by drowning!